Once, in a quiet valley of Northern California, lived an elderly woman named Clara. She had spent her youth building a small farm with her husband, fields of golden wheat, rows of fruit trees, and a warm wooden house filled with memories. But after her husband passed away, life grew heavy. Her legs hurt. Her hands trembled. The world moved faster than she could keep up. So, her daughter Lily, and Lily's husband Mark, moved in. At first, Clara believed their presence would bring comfort family dinners, shared laughter, and a lighter workload. But slowly, everything changed. Lily grew impatient. "What takes you so long? Why can't you move faster?" Her voice, once gentle, became sharp like broken glass. Mark was worse. He slept late, avoided every chore, and spent whatever little they earned on useless things. Still, Clara cooked for them, folded their clothes, smiled whenever she could. But one cold morning, her world shattered. Clara woke to strange noises outside. When she steps, Lily stood at the doorway, arms crossed. "Mother, you have to leave," Lily said, not even meeting her eyes. "This house is too small for all of us." Clara's heart cracked open. "But this is my home," she whispered. The door shut, the lock clicked, and Clara was alone. She sat on the steps until the sun sank, her tears soaking into the cold ground. But Lily didn't know one thing. Clara and her husband had quietly saved money for years, hiding it inside a metal box beneath a tree stump near the old barn, just in case hardship ever arrived. With her savings wrapped in cloth, Clara walked to the next village. A kind family recognized the despair in her eyes and offered her warm food and a bed for the night. The next morning, she asked, "Is anyone selling land around here?" As fate would have it, yes. A small plot, rich soil, a gentle stream whispering through the grass. Clara bought it. Neighbors came together and helped her raise a tiny wooden home. A teenage boy named Sam visited daily, helping her plant vegetables, lift heavy tools, and carry water. He never asked for anything. He simply said, "You remind me of my grandmother." Weeks turned into months. Clara's land thrived, green, vibrant, alive with hope. Meanwhile, Lily and Mark's life fell apart. Their laziness caught up to them. Their house began to rot. Their fields dried. Arguments cracked the silence day and night. Still, they believed Clara had nothing. One afternoon, desperate for food and money, Mark walked far in search of work. He reached a beautiful farm overflowing with crops and color. He knocked on the door. It opened. And there she was. Clara, calm, steady, unbroken. "You?" Mark whispered. "Yes," Clara said softly. He begged for work, explaining their hunger, their poverty, their struggles. Clara looked into his tired, sunken eyes and made a choice. "I will give you work," she said. "But you must not tell Lily this farm is mine." "I promise," he said instantly. Mark worked hard, silently. Clara never treated him unkindly. Never once. She only asked one question each day. "How is my daughter?" He would always answer, "She is fine." But deep down, she wasn't. One morning, Lily followed Mark to see where he worked. She reached a large, beautiful farm, so much more than she expected, and froze when she saw her mother. "You built all this? While I suffered?" she shouted. Clara didn't raise her voice. She only said, "When you finish shouting, we can talk." Lily demanded money, land, anything she could take. Clara quietly handed her a few small coins, nothing more. The couple wasted it quickly. Their house continued to fall apart. They eventually sold their land, believing they would inherit Clara's new farm after she passed. But Clara had already made her final decision. She wrote a will. "I leave my home and land to Sam, the boy who helped me when I had no one." When Clara grew weak, the village gathered and cared for her. When she passed, they buried her with flowers, prayers, and deep respect. Lily and Mark arrived, ready to claim the farm, but the neighbors told them the truth. Everything belonged to Sam.